we might begin to see Trump's lawsuits come to a screeching halt. You see, Trump hasn't been paying his lawyers with his money. He's been paying his lawyers with PAC money. And the PAC money is beginning to dry up because he's no longer actively running for office. And now, lawyers are starting to get stiffed. Trump stiffs lawyers as legal money machine wallows in red ink. More than a few members of the army of lawyers Donald Trump has deployed to sue his enemies and keep him out of courtrooms due to lawsuits are waiting hat in hand to be paid, with the Save America PAC the president used to pay them now wallowing in red ink. According to MS Now's Hayes Brown, Trump's fundraising machinery has hit a wall now that he's no longer actively running for office. According to recent Federal Election Commission filings, the funding stream Trump has been using to pay out millions to law firms is running, quote, very, very low on cash, Hayes is reporting. The numbers tell a story of financial collapse, the report notes. The Save America PAC has only $1.19 million in cash on hand while owing $1.6 million in unpaid legal bills. The debt exists even after the committee has already spent nearly $2.3 million on legal fees so far this year. Make America Great Again PAC is in even worse shape, with only $28,087 in cash against $763,000 in debts. Trump's legal bills have been astronomical. Between the two PACs, Trump funneled $50 million towards his legal fees over the course of 2023 alone. Rather than paying from his own pocket, billionaire Trump has instead diverted MAGA fans' cash into his political committees to cover his mounting legal costs. The law firms owed the most money are, Neshel's Law LLP, I'm not going to try to pronounce that correctly, and Sullivan and Cromwell LLP. The report singled out Susan Neshel's, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, lead partner at Neshel's Law, who represented Trump in the 2024 New York hush money case that resulted in Trump being convicted on 34 counts of fraud. She's still waiting to get paid. Save America transferred an additional $1.6 million to MAGA PAC since January in a desperate attempt to keep both committees solvent. Despite the infusion, MAGA PAC's cash position remains tenuous after spending another $1.3 million on legal fees in just the last quarter. Hayes suggested Trump has exploited a gaping hole in campaign finance law to avoid personal liability, writing, "It is only thanks to a gaping hole in campaign finance law, such as it is, that not a single penny of those payments will come from the president directly. Instead, those debts will all likely be covered courtesy of his loyal donors, many of whom were never told exactly where their contributions would go." He added, Trump has managed to convince his devotees that his personal life and political life are so intermingled that political attacks on him are attacks on them as well. It follows, then, that even as the money they've sent him in response has gone toward supporting Trump's lawlessness, his criminality, and his avaricious quest to siphon ever more money into his own pockets, the response has been to shrug, pull out their wallets, and add more dollars to the collection basket. Donald Trump's supporters, the working class of this country, for the most part, have been funneling their hard-earned money into his hands to pay for his legal bills. And now he's getting to the point where he's stiffing the lawyers. We all knew that would happen, but that means it's all for naught, guys. You just gave him enough money that he didn't go broke paying his lawyers. And he's not even paying his lawyers with the rest of that money. Any of us shocked that he's fucking over the lawyers? To any lawyers that might think about taking on a Trump case in the future, get the money up front.